What's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. It's July, which means a load of games have been added to Xbox Game Pass, so let's take a look at what's been added this month. If your idea of fun is blasting through a dark Welsh forest in a custom rally car, or kicking up enough dust in Michigan with a truck to rival any teenage drama, then Dirt 4 should be getting your immediate attention. The latest in Codemasters' premier rally series is easily their finest so far, and this can be attributed to so many features. For starters, the career mode is absolutely huge, and this is helped with the inclusion of a new feature called Your Stage. What Your Stage does is effectively create the course you want to race on. You choose the length and complexity, and then you go for it. No two courses are the same, meaning you're in for a fresh race and more terrifying corners every single time. There's also rallycross events for a more traditional racing mode, complete with the full FIA World Rallycross Championship license. But if the idea of intense rally driving has you a little worried about your skills though, don't worry, as Dirt 4 is wonderfully accessible, with simulation mode for more seasoned drivers and gamer mode for those who just want to drive fast but still drive smart. Dirt 4 is pure rally perfection, so if that sounds like your kind of ride, then get this downloaded right now. When people use the term, you can add zombies to anything, Sniper Elite decided to take those words to heart, and the Zombie Army Trilogy was born. Taking a leaf out of Wolfenstein's alternative history book, the game starts in the final days of World War II, and with his back to the door, Hitler decides to raise the dead in a last-ditch effort to stop the Allied forces with a plan cleverly named Plan Z, which I definitely don't see backfiring on him at all. The game features some of your usual Sniper Elite features, such as the hugely satisfying X-ray kill cams, but there are a few differences that set it apart from the main series. For one, the game can be played in 4-player co-op, and it's also got more of a focus on linear action style gameplay, as opposed to more open areas for sneaking around in. You're also fighting Nazi zombies as opposed to just the Nazis, so you better make sure you're aiming for the head. So whether you're playing by yourself or joining up with some of your friends, download this 3-part zombie stomping action adventure today. Now, while this might come as a surprise, I can only take the stress of Fortnite and PUBG for so long, and even though Sonic the Hedgehog might have turned me almost completely aquaphobic with that drowning music, Abzu's underwater adventure is one of the best chill-out games I've played in a very long time. The game is an audio-visual treat as you glide underwater through lost temples and beautiful flowing seaweed alongside shoals of fish to a gorgeous soundtrack by Austin Wintory. The story is told wordlessly as you uncover the mystery of Great Pyramids under the waves and the effect it's having on the depths. The world itself is breathtaking, and while the game itself might only be 3 hours, you'll find yourself coming back to it, piecing together more and more of the story, or maybe even just to chill out after playing so many games that seem so hell-bent on shouting orders at you. Not right now, Sergeant Johnson, I've got dolphins to swim with and sharks to cautiously follow. Shadow Complex was a hidden gem on the Xbox 360. And now that the remastered version for Xbox One is hitting Game Pass, there's honestly no excuse for you not to download it. It's a 2.5D adventure game in the style of Castlevania Symphony of the Night that sees you going from saving someone from being kidnapped to unfolding a conspiracy to take over the United States of America, which is a hell of an escalation from the simple hiking trip the game starts off with. As you run and gun through the game's expansive map, you'll unlock new guns and abilities that'll open up previously inaccessible areas, making you really strive to hit that 100% collectible and exploration rating. So whether you're in it for the collectible hunter in you, or just looking for a new side-scrolling adventure to blast through, Shadow Complex is for you. Now, this is a game that should really require no introduction, but now that Oblivion is coming to Game Pass, this is a perfect opportunity for people who may have missed this role-playing phenomenon back when it launched in 2006. While Morrowind might have been the game that saved Bethesda, Oblivion is the game that got everybody talking for all the best reasons. And now you can play it with Xbox One X enhancements in full 4K glory. The game is huge, and while you can just spend your time going through the main quest, traveling off the beaten path shows where this game really shines. There's multiple guilds to join, such as the Heroic Fighters Guild and the infamous Dark Brotherhood. Or you could rise to fame and glory by competing in the gladiatorial arena, all while playing a character you fully built yourself. The province of Cyrodiil is a huge place to get lost in, so download it on Game Pass and start your story right now. And as if one giant Bethesda RPG wasn't enough, this month you're also getting Fallout 3, the reboot that brought the post-apocalyptic world back to life. Would that make it a post-post-apocalypse? Or a post-post-post? Yeah, never mind. Taking place in the year 2277, you're forced out of Vault 101 after your dad makes a run for it into the vast wasteland of Washington, DC. Now, granted, I'd be pretty mad if I got pushed out of a cushy lifestyle, but considering your dad's played by Liam Neeson, I'm willing to give the guy a free pass. So it's down to you to find him in the bombed out wasteland, which, to be fair to it, looks lovely in enhanced 4K. Just like Oblivion, the main quest is impressive, but there are also many things off the beaten track, and some of your choices that can utterly change the fate of the world. For example, do you defuse the giant bomb in the middle of town, or detonate it? Not trying to tell you what to do, but the explosion is pretty damn impressive, so, you know, you should do it. But anyway, go ahead, put on your Vault-Tec regulation jumpsuit, strap on your Pip-Boy 3000, and set off out into the unrelenting wasteland today. There's a lot to respect about Human Fall Flat's protagonist Bob, and I can relate to them too. They're determined to mess with everything, swing on everything, open doors by running flat out into them, and if they fall into never-ending abysses, then they just fall out of the sky, flat onto the ground, and just get up and do it all over again. Okay, so I can't relate to that latter part, but it's all part of the joy and humour that makes Human Fall Flat feel so wonderfully unique. The game's a puzzle platformer where curiosity doesn't kill the cat and actually rewards you instead, as you run with your little doughy man through different locations like castles, factories and train stations, hunting for the door to take you to your next destination. It's even better when you're playing it with friends, where most of my time is spent more throwing my friends off ledges as opposed to actually solving puzzles. Look, it's just really satisfying, okay? So raise your arms into the sky, sprint forward dopily and tackle all of life's problems by running into them at moderate speed, and tackle Human Fall Flat right now on Game Pass. Do not let this game's cutesy art style throw you off, because Bomber Crew is one of the most challenging games we've played in a while, and we love it. As you can guess from the name, you take control of a World War II bomber and its crew, both of which you can fully spec up for the different missions you'll be taking on. And it's how you upgrade the plane and your crew that will determine whether you'll be victorious or be a wreckage at the bottom of the ocean. If you've ever played the game FTL, you might feel slightly at home here as you take control of your crew as you take down attacking fighter planes and bomb your targets. But every choice you make is a huge one. Things like opening the bomb bay doors too early and wasting fuel, or leaving a crew member to die as opposed to reviving them, or even just leaving one simple upgrade behind to save money is something that can really bite you mid-mission. You'll have to juggle all of this in real time too, so the pressure is on. If you're up to the challenge of this wonderful indie strategy, then you're one brave soul, and we commend you. Warhammer Vermintide 2 is coming to Xbox Game Pass on the 11th of July, and if you've never played it before, all we can say is that you're definitely missing out. The game's a 4-player cooperative first-person slasher set in the Warhammer End Times universe, with the city of Ubersreich being overrun by a race of rat people known as the Skaven and their brand new friends, the Rotbloods, a warband who worship the chaos god of disease and decay. Naturally, these lots are rather horrible, so it's down to you and your friends to turf them out by any means necessary. There's a selection of classes for you to play as, such as the Bright Wizard, armed with fire spells, the Witch Hunter and his many pistols, and the Dwarf Ranger with a hammer perfect for squishing any vermin in front of him. These classes all play differently from one another, and you can modify the classes how you see fit with the loot you can earn from missions. For example, you could be a Dwarven Ranger who's a master marksman or a peerless tank melee fighter. But the best part about Vermintide 2 coming to Game Pass though, is that the online community will be huge, meaning you'll never struggle to find a game. So if you're looking for something to scratch that Left 4 Dead styled itch, or just want to swing a hammer into a giant rat's face, then get this downloaded when it becomes available on the 11th of July. But there we have it, those are the games coming to Game Pass in July. Make sure to let us know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so you never miss out on any Xbox news. Smash that thumbs up button and we'll see you next time. Bye!